Hi, you guys. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. I know you don't have to tell me you're having an awesome, a fabulous, a marvelous, and we're going to say super fantastic day, evening, or afternoon. No matter what's going on, it's all right. I know. Okay, when I'm in a difficult situation, I do three things. First of all, I got to recognize I'm in a difficult situation, right? And then you got to make a decision that you're going to not stay in that difficult situation. And then you got to have the right attitude and move on. So it's always going to be ups and downs and the things we have going on in our life. Guess what? That's called what? Life. Yeah, seriously, it is. I have the awesome opportunity to be your host. I am Dr. Renee Sunday, and I am the platform builder. Some people call me the be seen, be heard, get paid expert. You know, the thing about it is, what I have been commissioned to do is to help you shine your light to the world. And what is your light? Your light is your dreams, your goals, your passions. Ooh! The reason you were born, the reason you're here right now, you know, that's what it's all about, your purpose and your destiny. And people have to realize that guess what? Your purpose, your calling, your destiny, your job, your career, your business, whatever you want to call it, it's not for you. Yeah, we do get benefits from it. Yes, we do. But you know what? It's all about helping somebody else move forward in what we call life. This journey can be up and down. We can have stuff going on. Amen. But we actually have to. What I always say on social media. I know y'all know it. What I said, don't stop. What get it, right? Oh Lord, I just love it. I love the opportunity to actually be here with you guys. I had the awesome opportunity today to, I wear a lot of hats. So I had the awesome opportunity of doing being the hat of the anesthesiologist, and I just truly enjoyed. One man asked me, "But Dr. Sunday, how do you say the same thing to every patient?" He said he was listening, pretty much. And I said, but I put myself in a position of, not eating, got this going on, And so what I do is I help them relax. I help them by even saying my name, Dr. Renee Sunday, brings joy. Not because of me, but, the light of God in me. And my last name being Sunday. It's two things they think of. Sunday, the day of the week, and they associate that with God, right? Or, whatever their belief is. And then Ice Cream Sunday. Oh, yeah. But anyway, I love ice cream. I know y'all know that. What we're going to do is we're going to actually take a little break because my engineer is telling us that we're trying to get the guests. I'm going to keep it 100. We actually have a protocol that we go by, and if they're not in the queue at a certain time, can I keep it real? We don't know who they are. I'm being real, but I'm kind of like, okay. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a little break here. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday.
I am calling on praises. God's been good to you. If he's ever brought you through, this praise is for you. Yeah. If there's one thing that I know, my sister prayed, she loves the Lord. Sing with me. Oh, Zion, put on thy strength. The glory of the Lord is risen upon me. Oh, Zion.
Somebody said, what you do in your secret place. So what you do in your secret place is going to come on out. Amen. Oh, God, you know I can go there. I am Dr. Renee Sunday, and I am the platform builder. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Deeds. This is the Good Deeds radio show and podcast side. We also have a TV side as well. We're based here in Atlanta, Georgia. Woo-hoo, hot Atlanta, amen. But let me tell you, we actually have a lot of things coming down the pipe. And we actually, if you're here local here in Atlanta, we're going to start having women's fellowship. It's in a private location. And actually, it's no cost. When you register, actually, they'll send you the information of how you can get to the location. But we're starting that up. Woo-hoo, I'm so excited. So you can look on our social media to get that information. Our, Facebook, Twitter, it's on the website. And also, we have a collaboration that we're working on about prayer. Okay, what prayer means to you, and actually we going to help people really see the what prayer is all about. We, people say, oh, you got to do this, but we're gonna break it down. Okay, you can say Jesus wept, right? But anyway, we're gonna actually, if you want to be involved with that, our publishing company side is working on that. We actually have the awesome opportunity of launching our Good Deeds magazine. Woo-hoo! I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to behave. But we actually have, if you want to advertise, if you want to with advertise, market through their promotion, we have different ads. For that, it's actually being print and online, digital. But we're so excited. If you think that you actually want to be a feature, meaning on the cover or have a 2-page spread, let us know as well. And you know me. Of course, the introductory charges for that investment is pretty reasonable. You know me. I'm a giver because we need to get your business out there. We need to get your authorship, even if you're a church, the things like that. But we're going to actually let you know that good deeds, what happen every day and every second. I know, that's it. Every second, every day. That's what we got to realize. We got to realize it always happens. So actually get in contact with us. Website is www.reneesunday.com for more information, or just inbox us. I mean, we got, my team is out there, so they'll actually get you. They'll get you together. But what we're gonna do, I've been notified by my engineers that we have our guests. We have none other than Senior Pastor Richard White of rhema-fellowship-international Ministries. We have him with us today. We're going to chime it on in since we kind of got to get it going here. But Senior Pastor Richard White, are you there?
Hello, good afternoon, Dr. Sunday. It is a pleasure to hear from you today and to be on your show. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Pastor. Do us a favor. I know I kind of just did that initial there, but tell us a little bit more about yourself and, just the amazing life-changing things that's going on in your life.
Well, just wanted to go and say that I'm really excited about being on the show with Good Deeds and with you. And I am the senior pastor of rhema-fellowship-international Ministries. It's located in Pennsauken, New Jersey. This is essentially really year one going into year two. So we're excited about being a part of our community and, of course, having our purpose and our focus being to go and unify the body of Christ and making sure that we're all doing according to what 1 Corinthians chapter 1 talks about being able to speak the same thing, believe the same thing, hear the same thing, and have the opportunity to move in the same power at the same time that God has given all of us. And then secondly, we're there in purposes to go into power. And when I say leader, we're not just talking about people with titles. I'm talking about leaders. Some people are leading their children. Some people are leading their lives. That should be all of us, but being led by the Holy Spirit, of course. But the Lord does give us responsibility. So we're there to go and be able to do that twofold, to go and help to go and reconnect people back to a personal relationship with God, not necessarily just church in and of itself, because we really want us to go and make sure that we realize that the church is an avenue for us to be able to go and just be a part of the equipment that goes and really gives a function to the whole machine. So what we've been doing lately, we just got out of our youth conference back in August, and we had it to be a two-part series. One was financial literacy, and we started talking to people about, establishing their credit, how to go and open up their business. And we decided that we needed to get younger people who were entrepreneurs, and, being able to speak with the Christianpreneur, such as yourself, that's a blessing. But we wanted to get entrepreneurs that were younger, that basically had their business incorporated, had things put in place, put in line, to be able to go and share with the rest of the youth that everything else that is an opportunity for you to go left is not the right way to go. And in addition to that, to go and talk about credit, to talk about establishing your businesses, the do's and don'ts, and just the wills and the won'ts, all of the stuff that comes along from people who have been experiencing it. They're in the middle of their opportunity to grow, and we went to go and do that. The first day was for financial literacy. We had people come in from TD Bank. Entrepreneurs come in, go and present their businesses. We had youth pastors who have basically been mentoring people to go and get them to get from the pulpit, or I should say from the church to the pulpit to college and across seas, truth be told, and beyond. So we really want it to be that it's a purpose for God to go into all of the world. And all of the world is not necessarily just your church alone, but we want to be able to go and help to build people. The other thing that we started to go and do, aside from the youth conference, we are in the midst of getting ready to have a Family and Friends Day, but even more important than that, in December, we're going to have a conference as it relates to church hurt. Now, I know it sounds a little initial, but we really want to go and pour into some truth in that, and to be able to go and reach out to people and share with them about what their hurts are and really find out where the source of it is, and to go and get them to redirect what some people are assuming may necessarily be hurt, when essentially it is not the hurt that we are applying it to, and, things like that. But those are a couple of the things that we're doing. Also, even this morning, every Thursday morning, 5:30 a.m., I got a chance to listen to your broadcast, and you were sharing about prayer watches. And that's something that we're really big on at Rhema, as it relates to prayer watches. And so our prayer watch is on Thursday, 5:30 a.m. So we're able to go and speak and be able to go and pray and command the morning, and to really be able to go and operate in that fashion, because it's needed. Job asked the question, have you commanded your morning? I know that you're in your morning. I know you go to work, but have you commanded your morning? And so these are the things that are really needed in order to be able to go and speak. Because whatever it is that God has called you to do, you've got to be able to put a voice to it. And anytime we praise, anytime we worship, it is us signing in the atmosphere what God has already declared in the earth. So whatever it is that God calls, it moves. And so if God has called you, you should be moving. So I thank you for just allowing me to share a few of the things that's going on with Raymond.
I love it, Pastor White. I love it. But let me say, if it's okay, let's step back a minute, because, I love how when you first started, you said to what people are believing. Where are we right now? I mean, in the way the world is going on right now, what are some really foundational things that we really need to establish when we say believe? Are we really? I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm talking about Christians and non-Christians, because all of us believe in something. But what's your take on that, and what people are really what I'm trying to connect is, where I'm going, is what we believe in. Is that what we actually saying? And is that what we actually saying? Is that what we doing?
Okay, so let me take a stab at it. And so this is what I would say. In times like these, particularly especially when it comes to people believing stuff, let's go to the scripture. The Bible goes and says that if you believe that you receive, like when you ask, and pray, that you should believe that you receive, and then you'll have it. Now, the thing with that is, even with people in general, I think that some people, if not most, if not all at one point or another, have gone to the place and they've said that believing and receiving is synonymous. And I think that if we don't go and put things in its right perspective, we never get the right vision of it. So let's take a look at the word believe, right? Believe, long story short, because I like you, because you like to keep things simple. You're brilliant, but you keep it simple. So I appreciate that. Believe essentially is a settlement, right? So when we believe, we are settling something. But when we receive, we are acting on, it's now the action that takes place based on what we settled for. So when you talk about people believing and receiving, it's not synonymous. Someone has to make a settlement. And it seems like people are settling for what they've heard people tell them. They are settling for what it's been the generational smoke and mirrors. And what I mean by that is that someone said, well, you know the story about how the pot, it was like, well, Mom, why is it that Big Mama always cuts the other half of the ham off, and she only uses this one pot? And so they go and say, okay, well, I don't know, ask great-grandmama or ask Mama, Mama, why do you do that? And Mama says, well, I don't know. Go ask Big Mama. And so go ask Big Mama. Big Mama, why is it that you only cut you always cut the end off of the other ham and you only use that one pot? Well, I don't know. Ask your great-grandmother. So they get to the great-grandmother, and the great-grandmother finally goes and says, well, they're just like, is that the secret on why it tastes so good? That's what we've been working on for years. We do it just like you did it. But why did you do it? And she says, well, the only reason I did it was because the ham was too big and the pot was too small. So I had to cut the other piece off in order to be able to get all of the ham into the pot. And some people are cutting stuff off as it relates to the truth of God's word, trying to fit their stuff into a pot that people are going and giving them to go and believe certain stuff when we're not taking out the time to expand our mind and our heart, because belief is a settlement. And when you think of settlement, you think of court. And so what we're in right now, people in this time and in this season, we're in a place where we've got to go and get into court. And if you're going to get into a court, you got to see a judge. And the judge that we're seeing is not the one that's going and predicting law to us, but it's the one who put the laws in place and established what law is in the first place. And in this time and season, we're going and doing all of the stuff that the Creator gave us, and we're not going back to the Creator. That's what I believe. I believe that we've got to make a standstill or a U-turn and be able to go and get ourselves back to relationship with God and be accountable in that relationship. Because if we don't do that, we're going to be sounding brasses. We're going to be tinkling cymbals. We're going to be experienced, but we're going to be ineffective.
That's it. Golly. I love it. You nailed that. Come on, I'll take a stab at it. You all over that. I love it. I love it. Well, we gonna do better. We you know, because what's going on? I know it's a lot of stuff going on in the world, but a lot of people now are asking questions. Why are you so happy? Yeah. Why are you even though it's going on? And that's when we can share the goodness of God. But you know, just to extend to that a little bit, a lot of people have one of the blockers, if you will, that's holding people back is what you tackling at your church is in your conference is church hurt. And I'm so glad that you've taken the mantle on to actually talk about that, because a lot of people don't talk about it at all. And when you get, can I keep it 100? Y'all know I am, though. But when people come to your church new, you never know where they coming from. Ain't that right, Pastor?
You got it right. You're talking right. You're talking right. You are doing it. And you don't know where people are coming from. And so you know what it is? Sometimes some people come from places because, and the hurt comes, and sometimes if it's okay, I want to go and kind of take it in this direction, but kind of stay on the same trail. And that is that sometimes some of the causes of us being hurt is because there are times where we put people in places where they don't belong. Then we get to the church, right? We get to the church and then say, oh, this is God's fault that I'm here in this situation. But if I could, I want to talk about the tabernacle. I know it may not make no sense right now, but I'm working on something. The tabernacle is comprised of three components. You got the outer court, you got the inner court, and you got the Holy of Holies. Now, this is something I went and figured out, and I learned that just like that, when it comes to relationships and being able to understand how people believe certain things and how they are accustomed to certain things, whoever it is that's around you, Those are the main sources of your influence, which comes to what you will settle for. The people around you will denote in your life what you have settled for. And then once that happens, then you're going to find out what actions that you are taking or actions you're going to take in order to obtain more people like them or to maintain what it is that you have out of those people. Now, I want to get back to this tabernacle thing and about where you don't know where people come from. Some people, you don't know where they come from, and you can pretty much find out where they are coming from based on the people they put in certain seats in their lives. There's the outer court, inner court, holy of holy. And just like that, when it comes to relationships, you got three kinds of people. You got outer court people, you got inner court people, and then you have people who are close to your heart. The outer court people are the people that you introduce yourself to. You may shake hands with them, you exchange pleasantries, and you move ahead. The inner court people, they may know what you do for a living. They may know how long you've been in training to obtain whatever licenses or whatever accomplishments or achievements you've accumulated. And maybe a couple more details, but basically that's about it. But when you get to the people that know your heart, they know your humanity. They know you, and they know the mistakes you made, and they also know that you aren't either one of those together, that one is not equal to both. Because there are plenty of times where people have made some mistakes, but they are not what they did. The problem is that when we get to people, sometimes some people are putting people in the wrong seat. And based on the idea of them putting people in the wrong seat, they got the wrong belief system, Doc. They got the wrong belief system. And so what I've been sharing with Rhema within these last, 2 months is that you should be prepared but not desperate. Be prepared to be able to put people in a seat, but do not be desperate because the seat is empty at this moment just to fill them in. There's got to be something where there's a standard, because some of the people that belong in your heart are the ones you're putting outside in the outer court, and some of the people that you're just meeting because they like potato salad and you like potato salad, you think you got to put them close to your heart. The truth of the matter is you need to be selective on who you serve. And if you are selective on who you serve, church hurt won't hurt that bad, because you're the church. You're trying to go and talk about the building getting hurt. I'm talking about you. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the living God? Let's talk about you. And so what happens is you got to go and make sure that you're putting people in the right places at the right time and that they are believable. Let's just break it up. Believe able. That they are able to believe, that they are able to settle. They are able to receive what God gave them and will settle for what God gave them, as opposed to getting substitutes. And so that's what happens. We're putting people in wrong seats. And when we put them in the wrong seat and they don't do what it is that's supposed to be required of that seat, then immediately we say God did wrong when we don't discern, when we don't take time out, when we don't make full proof of our ministry, when we don't watch as well as pray. And that's what messes up the whole belief system, because we're not putting people in the right seat. And when you don't put them in the right seat, you're not going to get the right result. So you got to be prepared, but please don't be desperate. Don't be desperate enough to put anybody anywhere, and then if it goes bad, then automatically you start going and blaming other people. No, it has to be that in this time and season, the reason why people are believing what they're believing is possibly because they have wrong people in the wrong seats. You can only go as high as the people that are around you in life, in business, in any everyday, every walk of life. You can only go as far as the people who are holding your ladder. But you better make sure that the people that are holding your ladder as you go to your different heights have clean hands and strong hands. Sometimes we get people who are willing to help us, but they're not able. And then sometimes we'll find people who are able, but they're not willing. But we'll beg the able to become willing. And they won't have a heart. They won't have a heart for the ladder they're holding. and you still end up in jeopardy. And the rest of the world is saying, we can't believe God because you fell from your pedestal. You fell from your ladder, when it was really up to me to discern who was holding my ladder in the first place, so me or Jesus does not become ashamed. Doc, you still there?
Oh, I'm here. I'm like, woo! Wow, that's powerful. Wow. You know how they always say, who you with, so who in your seat? What Bernie Mac used to say. Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? You answer the question.
Yeah, who you with? You need to know who in your seat. In that seat.
Yeah. You got to know who's in the seat. If you don't know who's in the seat, then chances are you don't know who's available to you to go and rule with you. Because sometimes we put people in seats because they're tired, and we're trying to go and give them self-esteem. But you can't have self-esteem and rest in my life. If you're in a seat for me, that means you should be working with me. If I'm in a seat in your life, that means I should be working with you. You shouldn't just be sitting there because you're tired. That's not going to work. You see what I'm saying? There's a time and a place and a season for everything. Now, I'm not saying you can't get tired. I'm saying that when you are tired, there's a right place to go when you're tired. Don't try to come into my life tired. Don't try to go and come into my life trying to go and speak and breathing and wheezing and hawking and clapping and spitting and all this other stuff. And I need you to go and work. I need you to agree with me. I need you to pray with me. I need me to go and agree with you to get some stuff dealt with you. But if you're weary in your own well-doing, what you going to do in mine? I need you to go and be able to go and operate and to be able to have people that are going to be dependable and accountable. If you're in the seat, it's because there must be work done. And if you're in the seat, it's for me to make sure that you are comfortable while you're taking action. Everybody does not perform the same actions from the same position. Everybody doesn't do that. So if you're in the seat with me, it's because I believe you have influence from a sitting position. You have influence from where you are, and you have power to be able to get through what is needed in order for the rest of the world to know the truth. Power, Dr. Sunday, as you already know, but I just like to remind everyone else, is the ability to acquire what is desired despite resistance. And what we need is to be able to have people that in our lives that are not just resourceful, but they're powerful, that they are able to acquire what is desired. And I want to be able to go and be around people that I can go and appreciate, and they can appreciate me, and that they can be whole. And if you can do that, your belief system becomes better. Some people are substituting, and we got to get it to where we are switching people out from the abuse system to the belief system, because some people are dealing with the abuse system, and that's what they believe. So that's their belief system. And they're saying, okay, well, this is the way that this is going, but that's not true. It has everything to do with being able to put people in the right seats. If you can get them in the right seat, you can get them with the right standard. If you can get them with the right standard, they'll have the right vision. If you get them with the right vision, they'll rescue somebody, because it's not just a matter of you doing it for you. You've got to be able to have a vision for somebody else. So we want it to go and be that no matter what's going on in people's lives, that you're able to go and have a vision, because if you're sitting there in authority, it's for a purpose. I just really want people who love their purpose, want their purpose, and to be able to go and be accountable and to be appreciative and teachable and to be commendable and to be on fire that for God's power to come alive in their life and to be able to go and be utilized and to really go and impact people's lives and to really go and turn things around and get a personal relationship with God so they can get their own belief system, so they won't get it from what somebody else told them, and that they'll be able to make the observances that this is what God did for me in my life personally. No one else has to go and tell me about it. You don't have to give me a story. You do not have to give me a fable. This is what the Lord did for me. But sometimes you got to have people to be able to point those things out And if they're pointing it out, you should be willing to be able to say, this is what I can deal with. This is what I can work on. And then the thing that you considered to be hurt may not necessarily be hurt. It just might be a numbing pain. See, pain and hurt is different. Pain is the sensation that you get that's short term. Hurt is extended. So some people, they won't take action to get rid of the pain. And because they didn't, they consider it hurt. There's a story that somebody told me. He went and told me, he said, there's this guy, he had a dog, and the dog is on the porch, and he's sitting there on the porch, and this man is walking past, and, he tips his hat to the man. He says, good evening to him. He's like, hey, how you doing? And while he's, just talking to him, the dog starts groaning and moaning real loud, interrupting the conversation. And so the guy says, that's your dog, ain't it? And he said, yeah, it's my dog. And he says, well, why is he groaning like that? He's like, oh, don't worry about him. He's just laying on a nail. And he says, well, if he's laying on a nail, why doesn't he get up? He says, well, it's not hurting enough for him to get up off of the nail.
Wow.
He could be right.
Oh my God.
He's in pain. He's in pain. But he's trying to turn this pain into hurt.
It's not hurting enough. Yeah. Oh my God, that's powerful. Oh my God, you are so amazing. We just thank you. Oh my, this has just been so amazing. Oh my God. Well, Pastor Richard White, do us a favor. First of all, we just thank you for being in your purpose and and heeding to your calling. I mean, that's a major, because when you're in your purpose, you allow people and you help people to obtain your purpose, as you said earlier. But please tell us how we can connect with you. You mentioned that you have a prayer call, you have a conference coming up later on in the year, and tell us also how we can support you on social media as well.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So if you wanted to get in touch with me personally, and with the church primarily, you can go to our Facebook page, which is Rhema, RHEMA, Fellowship International Ministry, and that's on Facebook. You could go and reach out to me personally. My first name is Richard, Richard, last name White, and that's on Facebook as well. Also, my wonderful wife, she is KD, just like the letter K, the letter D, and it's hyphenated. It's Flanoy, KD. You're going to put a space, and you're going to put Flanoy. It's going to be FLOUROY, and the last name, of course, is White. All right, and so the conference is going to go and be on December. It's going to be in December. Basically, it's going to go and be there to go and be able to go and be a blessing to everybody that's there. If it's okay, I also want to mention that we have an apologetics class that we're holding every Tuesday night at 7:30 at our church, Rhema-Fellowship-Internation Ministries, 7665 Maple Avenue in Pennsauken, New Jersey, and the zip code is 08109. All right, so that's 7665 Maple Avenue, Pennsauken, New Jersey, 08109. Our worship services are on Sunday at 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. Please forgive me for that. And so our conference will be in December. It's going to be basically concerning church hurt. It'll be in December 15th and 16th. And we're looking forward to having everyone there. You can reach us via Facebook. And if you wanted to, you could also get us on the prayer line every Thursday. That number is 213-416-1560. And there's a passcode that's needed. That passcode is 895358578. All right, that's 213-416-1560. And the passcode is 895358578. 8578, and you're going to hit a little pound sign right after that, and you'll be able to go and join in. It's 5:30 every Thursday morning. He Gives Beauty for Ashes Conference, December 15th to 16th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. are going to be our day sessions and our workshops. And so we're going to deal with that with church hurt, and it's going to be at the church, 7665 Maple Avenue, Pennsauken, New Jersey, Pennsauken Township in New Jersey, 08109. All right. So registration for the conference is only $45. And so we want you to be able to go and be a part of that as it relates to our apologetics class every Tuesday at 7:30. We wanted to do it. It's a 13-week course. We're in week number 3. You can go and reach out, and for the cost of a Starbucks and a sandwich, we'll only be charging like $12 per session. So we're in session number 3. So $12 a week. You can come in, be a part. Oh, I can't get to New Jersey? Not a problem. Reach out to us at Rhema, RHEMA 133 @gmail.com. And you can go and register for the course, and we'll be able to do it via webinar. And just like Dr. Sunday and I, we'll be more than happy to go and share with you and to teach you and to be a blessing to you. So thank you, Dr. Sunday, for this tremendous privilege. I apologize. I got caught in a little bit of traffic, so I just wanted to publicly apologize to you. I do value you and your time, but I thank you for the privilege of being a part of being on history and being on the Good Deeds show today. I appreciate you.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much. If you need us here at Good Deeds for anything else, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Anytime.
Amen. Woo, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't that powerful? Ooh, I know you're ready for the replay. We're going to have it up pretty soon. Oh, my God. It's powerful. You know, our replays are on iTunes, YouTube, and, of course, all the social media platforms on our website, which is www.renee, that's RENEE, Sunday.com. If you want more information about advertising, sponsorship on the actual radio, TV, and also now our magazine, Good Deeds Magazine, and also if you have a book that you need to get out, a screenplay or a poetry book, those type of things, please get in contact with our publishing company. And if you want to host your own radio show, you can do that. If you just want to do one show just to see how you feel, we actually have information about that. I do media coaching, and also I help you identify your purpose if you're not sure, and we help you build a platform. And that's also with Ministries as well. All the key is for you to get in your purpose, because I cannot be in my purpose if you're not in your purpose. So, again, our website is www.RENEE.Sunday.com. But always remember this. You do have a calling. You do have a reason. One, you were born. You are not a mistake. You actually are here for a reason. You have to do the 3 things. You got to believe, you got to trust, and you got to walk it out. Say it with me. I know you're ready. Don't stop. Get it, get it. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Hi, folks. Johnny Stivers here for Stivers Decatur Subaru. Come check out the all-new, completely redesigned 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. A new platform, a great redesigned interior, and an amazing infotainment center. Stivers Decatur Subaru, where price sells cars.